Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, I'm going to do some. I've been working on quite a few things for you, and I want to get a couple of basics out of the road because I've come up with a lot of ideas during the week, and we've got a lot to get through. I've been working on a lot of songs. I'm just trying to bang them all together at once. Though I want to show you this basic thing for you, especially for beginners. Something that I was taught. It's pretty much the basis of where everyone starts is with this chord progression. With any further ado, excuse me, just drinking water. I'll put the camera down because it's just, it's still high tech stuff here. Haven't got my microphone in the road. All right, there we go. Hang about, don't scroll on. Here we go. Down periscope. Yeah, that's it. Like that. It's even better. You'll be able to see my hands. Yep. Okay. So we talked about that yesterday. Remember? Go back and have a look at that one about reading. Actually going ahead and reading a lead sheet. I haven't finished this entirely for you. It's not important at this stage, and believe me, once you read a lead sheet once and play the song through a few times, it'll just you won't even have to look at it anymore. Usually, if you play a song that much, it just comes naturally to you, and then you'll find yourself doing any variations. But anyway, I'm getting a bit off course, but what I wanted to do was show you this, and it's what they call, and excuse me, I'm going to get the pedal down again. It's always moving on me, the bugger. So it's a C, this is C in root position. Right, to a G in root position, to an A in root position, to an F in root position. Now, you tell me if you can recognize this song, and I'm using exactly the same chords. All I'm doing is using inversions. That is a C. All I've done is taken that and put it there, okay? And I'll go from there. So practice going from there. Just lift your other fingers, then go to there, and you go to there, and there's something else happens here in the left hand, which actually it's called a slash chord, and we haven't got into this yet. And I don't want to get you too far ahead, but I just wanted to show you this trick that I worked out. I worked it out myself, so. Here we go, look, and every time, remember, every time, I hope you can see me just go like that, every time I go to a new chord, like, just before I got to it, I lifted the pedal up and put it back down. You did recognise what that was, wouldn't it? Now that is a version of multiple ways how to play Let It Be. So this is just one of the things I'm giving you so you can fill in while you're learning a full song. Just come back and write this down. So just practice going, just do your right hand first. That you just got to move these two fingers to there to get to your G. You lifted and then lift the whole hand up. Lift your foot up again, press it down. And that's when I went. And it gives much exactly the same song, a slightly different, excuse me, a slightly different sound than what the original recording is. And this is what I'm all about, is making these songs your own. Look, I can play Let It Be, and we will be doing it the exact way that it has been recorded. And if you love it, play it like that. Myself, I just make up all different stuff, and that's the way I like you guys to encompass along the way. Make these songs your own. Whack octaves on there, and I talked about this in the last video as well, I believe. So, okay, now just remember, now with the left hand, all you're doing is you're anchoring that hand there. So you know that this is the C, and you're going to go, and this hand is anchored, right? So you know the thumb is a C. You know, what's that? It's a wedding finger, isn't it? Never worn a wedding finger, a wedding ring. And then you know your middle finger is the A, and you know that your pinky is the F. That's when I went. Okay? So anchor your hand there and just get used to doing this first. Then add the left hand and do it. This is how I was taught. Just do it slower, as slow as you can until you can speed it up. This is the trick. So when I started, I was like, and I'll show you how I started. And that's probably where you want to start at. Just start even slower than that it doesn't even sound like music. This is how we're going to, and I know I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. When we start arpeggiating notes in our left hand and doing a melody to make this machine sound ethereal. Arpeggiating and playing a melody at the same time is extremely hard, even for me, and I've been at it for quite a while. I consider myself a 7 or 8 out of 10, and it's a long way to get to a 10. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Excuse me, I couldn't help myself doing that. All right, there's another one. Now you can add rhythm to this. Now this is a popular chord progression, as they call it, a 1, because in the C scale, that's the first chord, 1 to G, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 to 6, the A minor, back to the 4. Okay, that's a popular chord progression used by hundreds of songs, and those 4 chords are flipped around in all different directions. You could play, just say, start on the G first, and then go to the A, and then the C, and then the F, and this is how all these pop songs have been made. There's a video on it about the Awesome Four, I think they call themselves, on YouTube, and they literally just belted out all these 4 chord songs, literally just moving their hands with inversions, just keeping in the same spot. And this is brilliant the way they've done it, and this is part of how I'm going to teach you how to learn. Now here's another thing I want you to do: get rhythm in your hands. So once you've mastered that, to it. Watch this. Now there's the first part of Let It Be. So what did I do at the end there after I went through that run? Let's do it again together. 1, 2, lift my foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And remember, this is just an inversion. This here is an inversion, and that is an inversion of an F chord, believe it or not, because it's got an F in it. And all it is, if you look at it, it's an F. Excuse me, an F7. There's your F7 there, right? So I went there to there. Are you with me? All right. So I'm going to play this through very slowly again, so you can pick up this little piece to play in between all the other songs that I'm going to push out from today and until the end of time. I don't know how long I've got. Okay, here we go. Now, at that end part, after I finished the double run, I had to move my hand into that root position of the F, right? Because I was up here playing, doing that, and after that you just got to get to that, and I don't care how slow you do this, just get to it, right? And then and I don't care which fingers you use. You can start with your thumb, or all you need is 4 fingers, because what you're doing is going like this. See what I've done? Oh, I've just gone. Watch again. Watch the fingers. This ones ain't good, but these ones are moving with this. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hold the pedal down for the whole thing. It sounds alright, or you can just jab it and give it a bit of make it your own. Like I said, this is the key of what I teach. Make it your own. Use the pedal. Don't use the pedal. If it doesn't sound good to you, don't do it. If it sounds good to you, do it. And I even added an extra note in there and it sounded all right. That's the end of this lesson. I'm going to pump out another one soon. Like and subscribe. It's up there, it's down there. You know what to do. HC Piano's on our side as well. There's a link there from my affiliate link. I highly recommend you join. You get a discount through me. Cheers. See you in the we're working on, come on Scott, we're working on Fly Me to the Moon, and I haven't decided. Look, to be quite honest with you, I've been doing a melody version with it, and I think I might change it to an accompaniment version. In other words, chords in my right hand, melody notes, bass notes in the left, instead of the melody, playing the melody in my right hand and the chords in my left, like we have been doing in a lot of the songs, as you know. And that's the basis of where we start with the piano. That's the easiest way to start, just left hand chords and then melody lines. We're going to progress on to chords on the right and octaves and bass notes in the left. Look, I've got a lot of stuff coming. Don't get overwhelmed with all this stuff, and just remember what I said. Write everything down, and look, all these chords and that, don't get over confused with what these variations are, because you're going to work them out yourself in time. Because I literally just worked this out myself without even Googling it. I thought, well, okay, well, that's a C chord. So where else is there a C chord? Well, if I put that up there, that's got to be a C chord. How does that sound? Yeah, okay. And that's how I come up with the song. I thought, oh, right. That's how I come up with that first part. And there'd be 100, if not 1,000, if not 100,000, maybe 1 million piano players that play Let It Be a totally different way. And I'll play it that way one time, I'll play it another way another time, I'll play it with a melody another time, which we will do. And we have to get, I hope you've been practicing your Imagine, because I've been working on that and I've nearly got through that as well. That is coming to, I hope you're having a lot of fun. I hope you're just swapping around, and remember what I said, make yourself a system. And what I call a system is, you know, you get a little bit tired, your back gets a bit stiff, your concentration goes, have a cup of tea, go lie on the rug, do a yoga stretch or whatever, or go outside to your gym. If you've got a pool, you're lucky enough to have a pool outside, go for a swim, go for a walk, go for play some tennis, go for a swim, come back to this thing, turn the television off. That's been a major improvement in my life over the last year or so. I've literally limited myself to about half an hour of comedy. Every now and then I get sucked into watching 2 episodes and watch an hour, you know, where I should be here. But this is how you're gonna get to professional. The more time you spend here, the faster you are gonna get to being a 10 out of 10. So, like I said, we're looking at a 7 and an 8 here. Within 2 to 3 years, I will be a 10, believe it or not, and I can't wait. And the only way I can do that is to have a system in place. Go outside, have a little break, you know, get out in my garden. I think you've heard my system before. Go for a swim, get in my gym, go to the yoga mat, go and make a juice in my kitchen, whatever. Go and have a hot shower. Go and get a massage. I know. All right, I've rambled enough. All right, cheers, guys. See you in the next one. It's coming very soon. Bye.